Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Pisces for the month of July, August, or the months of July, August. The element is fire and the sign is Leo. So let's have a look. Fire sign, so lots of action this month, Pisces, lots of energy as well. Think projects getting off the ground if they've been a bit stagnant, etc. Moving forward energy. Okay, where you are and what the energy is the sun. So using your intuitive powers, Pisces, to see through everything. So the sun is very illuminating, and actually it is in fact a card for the Leo. So we all know what the sun has got, amazing healing properties. It changes everything when it's out. Everyone's mood is elevated somewhat. It heals. But the most important thing about the sun in context of these readings is that it really shows up warts and all, cracks and all. So you can see everything exactly for what it is. It's unforgiving in some ways for some people. Okay, let's see where you are right now. And we have the Three of Coins, so work. Work / also big spiritual lessons with this. So this month, basically, Pisces, you are so intuitive. You feel things before you think things. And I always say, go with your feeling, go with your feeling. So this is about big spiritual learning lessons. So it's about you learning. Now, the thing is, are you the student or are you the teacher? That's for you to decide, especially with relationships. So this is about strong. Three of Coins is also about your base is solid. So just get on with it. Either learn or teach. Because it is kind of a karmic card as well, but it's spiritual learning, so it's well worth you to pay attention to whatever's going around in our environment here on planet Earth with relationships or work relationships. And this is also working well together with people, so it looks quite good for relationships. I know a lot of the other signs relationships have come into the fore for this time. And then when you've got it paired with that energy of the sun, you'll be able to see that, yeah, a lot of things will be highlighted this month. So just keep your eye out. And crossing that and influencing that is indeed the King of Swords. So very much air energy. He is there wearing all his armour. He's a good talker. He talks very well. He can persuade you. He can sell sand to the people in the Arab countries. He is very much like that, but inside that armour it's the opposite. So don't take any notice perhaps with relationships with someone saying all this when you sort of, as good old Pisces, will be thinking, no, I don't believe a word you say. I'm looking at how you're acting, how you're behaving. So just be mindful of that, because this type of character can fool us into thinking, oh, but you know, he said this, but how did he behave? But clarity too. So you're going to get a lot of clarity, maybe especially for the girls around men this 4 weeks, or vice versa. You know, there's going to be clarity around, especially around these sort of smooth talker types of people will be highlighted. But he is going to actually influence the reading, so the whole 10 card reading. Okay, so what is at the background? So June, July, what did we have there? We had the Queen of Cups, which is indeed your queen, water queen. She sits back and she just watches, listens. She's a receiver, a receptor. She is highly intuitive, so she's a water sign, obviously. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancerian. So very much, there's not much that passes by her. So don't be persuaded otherwise by the talker types, Pisces. You're in your element, and you were too in that time of Cancer. Water, it's familiar for you. So yeah, you've still got a bit of an edge there with this, but we're coming into fire. Recent influences, we have things settling down, been a bit rough and choppy lately for most of us, one way and the other, you know, just with our mindset and, you know, when's this going to happen, when's that going to happen. This card, however, sort of depicts a bit of a calming down of the sort of turbulence that we've been living in for quite a while now. Communications, air sign, you know, always what's been put out there. All that sort of stuff goes with air. But with feeling types like you, Pisces, you just sometimes have to, you know, just go with your feeling, what you feel about things, as I've always said to you. So things calming down quite a bit. But you've had the rough. That's already happened. So what's going on, what the lesson is for you guys is the Two of Cups. So here we are, as I said, very much relationship-wise, the soulmate. So the soulmate can be, you know, they are not necessarily happily ever after people. They're here to teach us lessons and vice versa. But this is indeed a soulmate connection is the lesson this month. So you just need to be highly intuitive with what's going on in your feelings and how you receive things. Don't listen to chit-chat, you know, talk, chatter. Go with your feelings, especially in this soulmate-ish energy that's going around for Pisces this month. 4 weeks, I should say, because we've got July and August. So starting near future, so starting perhaps Sunday, 1st of August, we have the Emperor. The Emperor is definitely the top male dog. He is the disciplinarian. He is the authoritarian. He is the person that is very ambitious to get to the top, and usually this kind of person gets to the top. He also can signify your father. Also, there's the main sort of catchword with him is control. So what do you do? And it's very male energy, so it's about control. So just watch that as well, Pisceans. You know, male and female alike, it doesn't matter. If there's issues of control coming in that first week of August, just be mindful to be intuitive about it. You don't need to say anything, you just need to be aware of what's coming through. What's happening that you're not realizing? Massive transformation is underway for you guys. So, and I'm feeling like by the time we get to Scorpio energy, which is water as well, so late October, November, you will have come through this big transformation that you're currently in the midst of. And it's about learning all these lessons about your soulmates, about control issues, about, you know, receiving, about being true to who you are as true, you know, receivers and intuits that you are. So go with that transformation that you're going with. And that's just learning and moving and doing things differently, changing things around, so not doing the same things that you've done before. Changing, trying a different avenue rather than the same old. Interesting, very interesting, Pisces. So let's see how others see you. Yeah, work, juggling family business, doing well, just, you know, keeping everything going quite well. New things coming in, thinking about new jobs or new sort of avenues of work or study. things like that just buzzing around in your head. It's just sort of tossing up. It's a bit like a tossing up card as well, but it's about sort of a decision will have to be made soon. Positive feelings. So what you're feeling positive about is divine time. Everything happens exactly how it should be, per the universe, not per human time. Because you see what happens when you try and force things, it just doesn't work. Timing is everything. So this is the big universal divine time card, and when it comes through, it's exactly how it should be. So you having this 4 weeks will teach you to go, yeah, well, it's all meant to be happening, and it's happening exactly how it's meant to be. So I'm not I'm not interfering. I'm just going to go with what comes at me and try and learn from whatever that is. Especially in relationships, Pisces. Okay, the outcome. And we have the Tower. So getting rid of something that you no longer need. Use by date, Pisces. Get rid of what is not serving you anymore. So you've got the big transformation card. You've got the controlling card, the control and father card. But it's just getting rid of things that no longer serve you, so you can let new things in. Could be relationships, it could be where you live, it could be anything like that, where you just make a decision and go, you know what, it's just not working. It's just not. I've given it all I can, and now I just know. But that won't be happening until the last week or so of Leo. But there will be that. But we'll just have a quick look and see what's under that, just so you don't freak out, because it can be a bit of a freaky card. So under the surface of that, it's sort of idealistic relationships, things like that, you know. If you feel like people are having you on or not being honest, or, you know, I think you'll just come to that point where you'll be just like, no, you know what, I'm not doing this. Because your transformation is quite acute and heavy duty, whereas this person perhaps is just a bit they just need they're too idealistic, Pisces, and you're in a different. This could also be another water sign person, a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. So you have to do what you have to do with this person, but then you've also got to realise that's just who that person is too. But it's your journey to whether you want to upgrade or whatever you want to do with the Tower, because the Tower is quite powerful, and it will kind of crumble sooner or later. I know that sounds really tough, but I just have to read what's here. I can't sugarcoat. Okay. Your message is compassion. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of its beauty. Yeah, well, we all know we need compassion these days, so just remember that as well. But you have plenty of that. Thank you so much for listening, Pisces. Have a great 4 weeks.